Hi and welcome to update 10 of Warframe. I was waiting so long for this I actually fell asleep. So sorry, but this is actually coming a bit late. So the first change, first off, is very clearly the login screen. I think this is Necros here. It does look like it, but I'm more interested in what he's got in his hand, which is the only reason I'm actually showing this screen. It looks like a melee weapon, but it looks like a big ass battle axe. Now, I know there is a lot of new weapons that are being introduced to this. That was a grenade lying on the floor there. But over it's, I think it's, where is it? There it is. What is that? I want. Me wanty. Okay, now, 2 hours after the first time I logged in, all the footage I had went to shit, so having to do this again. They've changed the graphical user face here for the weaponry. It does look really nice, apart from one tiny little thing, which is you should be able to double click on a weapon to, change it to another weapon. Instead, you've got to go in, you've got to go to equip, and if your hand moves too quick on the mouse, what happens is you end up in the wrong menu. I want to change the melee weapon. Oh, actually, there you go, prime example, did it there. It swapped to the pistol. All I did is go from the melee weapon to equip, and see, that's how it should be. That could just be the click box is a little bit too big for the next menu up. I don't really know, but it's not a frustrating thing. You'll get used to it. Another good feature is it shows you the total damage down here, even though that is incredibly wrong for the hate, because the hate does 50 damage standard, doesn't it? No, it does 60. No, does it? I can't remember now. But it's also got the max damage mod on it, so that should do a lot more damage. Anyway, they've split the sentinel from its weaponry, so you can equip any sentinel. They have introduced, hang on, we've stuck this on shade. They've introduced new wings, tail and a mask. To be honest, they do look really nice. Just don't put them on death cube, otherwise the tail spins and looks incredibly stupid, because the tail basically spins backwards through the wings. But the fact they've separated the rifle here means that you can equip any sentinel and still use Death Machine's overpowered rifle, which is really nice. They also introduced the scarves, but I don't really like the way they look in green. Which is, it's basically, the scarf comes out as the same as the energy colour. It should have had its own dedicated colour. Then they could have had it look the way they wanted it to look, rather than it look, well, I know it's not meant to be green, because I've seen many people with different colour. The physics behind it work really well. But it's just this one scarf. I'm not wasting all my platinum on that. I was just to show you. Would love to show you, what's his name? Necro here. Aye, him. It does look really good. Soul Punch looks like it could be really useful. Basically, you punch the soul out of somebody and it turns into a projectile to anybody behind it. Terrify makes everyone run away. Desecrate makes a body spit out more stuff. Shadow of the Dead looks really good, because basically you bring back the dead from around you. So if you bring back an ancient healer, the infested guy, he'll come back to life and he'll heal you. Pretty much the same as if Nyx mind controls him. So it does look really good, just don't expect to get him anytime soon. There is new weaponry. Doesn't look that bad. This thing, they've brought it with 100 clip capacity, so they've sacrificed damage with it. It's got a decent fire rate, but it's only 10 damage, so jury's out on that one. We have it's a Tenno style hatchet, it says, but to me that looks like the hate, or a sickle type weapon, or a sai, or whatever the hell you want to call them. But it does look good. It's 40 damage, swing rate of 1.3. Basically it has the same specs as the Gram. That looks really nice. We have the Ether Reaper. That does look nice. It's got a fire rate of 1.2, but does 50 damage. So basically it's the Fragor and that big battle axe, but the swing is quicker. So that could be a really good weapon as well. There is other weapons, we'll get there. These there's a sentinel. Basically, he comes with a shotgun and his ability is vacuum, which sucks items and mods to you. Obviously, the higher you upgrade that ability, the further the range will be. It's not going to cover a whole room, but it's going to be better than nothing. But he does come with a shotgun, so you can take the shotgun and equip it to other people. Now, if you want, which is why I'm saying this, don't expect to have this guy anytime soon. If you want Necro, what you've got to do, jump into equipment, and you've got to buy one of these four. The Capture, Defense, Exterminate or Survival keys. I know it doesn't say it's a key, but it may as bloody well say it's a key. Why they haven't brought these out as a bloody key pack like that does seem a bit silly. But they didn't. You've got to actually work for this one. Hang on, quick look. No, they didn't. Oh, not that I can see anyway. Now, there's no point buying the assassination key. Save your money. Spend it on one of these four first. Because to get there, now you've got to do the survival, defense, capture, eliminate, exterminate even missions before you can jump into the assassinate mission, because you've got to do these. You've got to find the nav coordinates to build these keys. The nav coordinates actually drop from everything I can find. They drop from any mission apart from the void. And they should be inside of containers. They drop as black energy orbs. So it looks like an energy orb, but it's black inside. As you can probably tell by the fact that this says 0 right here. I cannot verify shit yet, because I haven't found one after 2.5 hours of playing this game. And that has me a tad bit annoyed. But you have to find 5 of them to build a key to go in to maybe be able to find one of the Golem nav coordinates. Now I hope they drop like crazy on their missions, or it's not worth it. The idea behind this is pretty solid. If the nav coordinates actually dropped like energy orbs, you know, it just throws hundreds of them at you in a mission. That would make more sense than 2.5 hours and having 0 of these. I actually played a mission and somebody said he'd found 2 of them at the end. Oh, I've only got 2, I need at least another 3. I swear to God, I screamed at my computer. I actually had to walk away for about 10 minutes. Which has made it worse because I'm having to re-record this because... So you've got to find 5 of these to maybe be able to find 1 or 2 of the Golem nav coordinates in these missions. And of course, if you don't find them, then you've got to go back to farming them. And the only way to get them is to play the game. And I have that. With the update 9, they brought in all these prime weapons. I think there was like 5 of them. It took me about 3 weeks of constantly playing the game to get all the blueprints, because they just weren't dropping the blueprints I needed. And it's doing exactly the same thing with update 10 and these nav coordinates. And to be truthfully honest, I'm tempted on just going in here and clicking this button and buying them. Just because it is going to take me so long to get all these pieces, because the game is just... I don't know if something's gone wrong with the coding, or whether I just have complete shit luck or what, but 2.5 hours I've got none, and it is really annoying the hell out of me right now. As I say, when he said he picked up 2, I literally screamed and I had to walk away, or I was literally going to throw my keyboard through my monitor. It is... I don't want to spend the next 3 weeks farming, a few of these nav coordinates to have that screw us over, to then have the big boss guy, J2000 Golem, not drop the blueprints that I need to actually be able to build the guy. I hope it is a guaranteed blueprint of that boss for the amount of work you've got to go through to get there. 2.5 hours and I've got nothing. Ugh. You see, the physics behind the scarf there aren't that bad, but I just think the colours of them is a bit messed up, because they're all going to be different colours. Now, something else that changed as we run in the dojo towards the labs to show you the last of these new weapons. The stamina now wears down a lot quicker than it used to. I've got like plus whatever the hell a maxed out marathon mod on. Once it's finished and it runs out, there's a timer. It doesn't instantly recharge, it takes a couple seconds now. But you now use stamina like crazy. Which, that is a big upset to a lot of people because, well, people run everywhere. Anyway, in the bio lab here we have the 3 new lab weapons, which that's screwed me quite a bit. I was almost done with the dojo weapons. Oh well. Now there's 3 new weapons, even though if you look there's actually 5 new things in here. You've got the dual axes, they are infested axes. You have a new pistol, it basically shoots gas, so I'm assuming it's a pistol version of the turret here. We have, I'm not sure what this is, it looks like it's a rifle that shoots electricity from what it says. It basically says it shoots a steady stream of electricity. But more importantly than any of the weapons in here, that is the second sentinel. Dajing or whatever the hell, however you want to pronounce that, I can't remember. I know very little to nothing about this guy because, you know, he's only a few hours old. But more than anything else, he is worth building because he has the poison dart weapon, which is basically the acrid. So his weapon could be really, really, really useful. But this is where the new sentinel is, the second one. It's in the research, which means you've got to research him. But before you can research him, even though they haven't managed to make this right and fit properly, before they do it, you've got to build this. You've got to build the dual wielding. I keep wanting to say axes, but if you look at them, they don't look very axy. The images are not working, by the way, as you can probably tell. But you've got to research the dual axes here before you can research the actual sentinel itself. And we recently upgraded from a 100 clan capacity to a 300. I can't remember what classifications they give them. So everything in here now costs us 3 times as much to research. But luckily the whole clan can do it, so I don't have anywhere near that number. I mean, I don't even have that. I think I've got 112 mutagen samples at the minute because they're dropping quantities of 1, which is a bit weird because I played the hell out of IO, so I should have a lot more than that. But we need a lot more because they've also introduced the new team stuff, the items. They're all team. Team health is in here. We have the team ammo that is in the chem lab. Aye. There's the ammo, but they're all team stuff now. Obviously they go into your gear. See, if you press down on the D-pad if you're using a mouse. I can't remember what it is on the keyboard, to be honest. But we have the energy restore, and that one I do like, the energy restore. And the shield restore. They're all team stuff. No, I don't know what I did there. I just backed out. But they're all in the labs now, so you got to buy them from here, and they're probably going to cost a fortune to build them. Luckily though, these new weapons here, the 3 of them, they do have blueprints, so I will be building them in the next week or so. The biggest problem of all is I would love to go in and be able to show you in this video the new boss to get these things, but as I say, none. 2.5 hours and they've dropped 0 of them flaming things. So I'm going to jump in, try and get them done. The next couple videos, because we actually have the last video for the lab, I've got to edit that together because I did that yesterday as well. Annoyingly enough, I did the 2 videos yesterday to put up, and they've come in and they've changed the layout in here. So I'll put them up before I build any of this new stuff. So probably Monday when the first one of these goes up, the new weapons. And I'm going to be spending the weekend researching and trying to somehow get my way to this guy so we can try and get him built. Because I would like to build him rather than buy him, but as I say, the fact it's not dropping them pieces for us is a giant pain. It does seem like this game is aimed more towards new players than older players. At least for me, I can't explain it, it's just a feeling. You know, I've got all these hours in the game. You'd think things would work the same for everybody, but I know people who jumped on and had them new prime weapons in a couple hours. It took me 3 weeks to get the blueprints. It took them a couple hours. I was in the game, some of the games with them, and they were dropping the blueprints they needed. But you know, what about me? I need blueprints as well, and it was just really annoying. And I think we'll actually start with the sentinel, because that vacuum sounds interesting. Actually, I think we might do a couple at once. Why not? But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now, because it's already getting too long for something that has absolutely no footage of any of these things in action. Just I'm going to have to start buying stuff with platinum, even if I just delete it afterwards, because these update videos, I would love to show you J3 Golem, or even the new tile set. It's so annoying. I want to buy that. I might just buy that. I'll go buy some bloody platinum. Actually, if I go buy... No. Anyway, we won't. We'll try not to anyway. But I'll fight the urge, but I'm promising nothing. Oh, I've got a conclave of 1,000. Yeah. No wonder I can't get in any of the PvP rooms. How about that one? Nope, I can't get in there anyway. I'm too powerful to jump into a PvP match. How messed up is that? Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Update 10 does look interesting. Sorry this was a bit late. I fell asleep waiting for this update last night. Then the stuff I did record first thing this morning just went really wrong, so I'm having to re-record, and I have no luck with this game, so hopefully it gets better from here though. So thanks for watching, enjoy update 10, and I'll catch you very soon.